So we will start with our flag raising. If everybody can stand and just look at the flag, they will raise our flag.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now please stay for the Philippine flag.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupid, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langin mong bughaw, madilang ang tula at awit sa paglain minamahal, ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na naninining, ang bituin at arang niya kailang pag may di magdidilim, lupa ng araw ng luwal, hatig pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang miligaya na pag may mag-aapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you, Diane. Now may I call on Mercy Matusik to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge to the allegiance of America, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, under God, one nation, indivisible, with justice and liberty for all.
Thank you, Mercy. Now we have a short invocation. Evelyn Natividad.
Heavenly Father, please bless us today, and we thank all the Philippine Independence Week Committee who's heading this activity. Bless us and guide us and make this event a very successful one. Amen.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Honorable Philippine Chicago Consul General Attorney Melanio Diaño, and to all of you, welcome to our Philippine Independence Week celebration. Today, our show will present a showcase of our very rich cultural heritage. We are honored to have you share this enchanting journey through the heart of the Philippines, its traditions, arts, dances, music, and our very own traditional and modern Filipiniana fashion show. So, to our kababayans, mabuhay, and welcome to all friends of the Filipinos. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a showcase of our Philippine pride and culture. And now, may I welcome Dr. Nida Blancas Hernandez, our overall chairperson, for her opening remarks.
to our Deputy Mayor, if he's around, Beatriz Ponce de Leon, Philippine General, Consul General, Attorney Melanie Rita de Ana, and Consul Ella Mitra, for our PIWC family, guests, mga kababayan, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Happy Philippine Independence Day, 127 years. Let's give that a big round of applause. 127 years of Philippine independence. We are here not just to commemorate these 127 years of the Philippine independence, but to celebrate the spirit, the heritage, and the identity of every Filipino here and around the world. As the overall chairman of the PIWC Golden Jubilee, I am honored to welcome you to this historic celebration, 50 years of Filipino unity, pride, and excellence here in the Midwest, made even more meaningful as we honor karangalan, karapatan, at kaunlaran. Honor, right, and progress. Let this day remind us of the bravery of our heroes, the beauty of our culture, and the strength of our people. This is not just a parade that we will have today. It is a living tribute to our freedom of heritage and our shared future. And from the vibrant rhythms of our dances to the colors of our regional costumes, we stand tall today as one proud Filipino community. Let's give that another round of applause. And to our cultural performers, partner organizations, especially from the Indiana group. Where's the Indiana group? And from the Consul General group. And the PIWC family, where are you? Very well. And the other organizations, the senior group. Thank you, maraming salamat po. And thank you for the chairs, Brenda Stevens and Mercy Matosak, Robert Chavez, for leading this event. And let this grand celebration echo our deep gratitude to those who fought for our liberty and our commitment to pass on the legacy with dignity and purpose. And as we open with a bang and close with pride, may this day ignite us all a deeper love for our roots, a stronger bond with our kababayans, and an inspired hope for our nation's future. Mabuhay ang PIWC, ang ating minamahal na inang bayan. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Buhay ang Pilipinas! Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Narvaez. Now, if I may call, we are honored to have her presence here, Deputy Mayor Beatriz Ponce de Leon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Beatriz Ponce de Leon. I'm the Deputy Mayor for Immigrant, Migrant, and Refugee Rights for the City of Chicago. This is the first time that our city has a role like mine and an office. We have a small but mighty team, and it is such an important and special time right now for us to have a focus on our immigrant and refugee communities. So I'm here to welcome all of you today on behalf of Mayor Johnson, and to also say that our office and our administration is working to make sure that our immigrant and refugee communities feel welcomed here in Chicago and are safe in our city. I would like to acknowledge the leadership of the Honorable Consul General Melanie Rita Diano. She began her post in Chicago just earlier this year, and I just extend an invitation to partner with you and your office. And I also want to extend gratitude to the Philippine Independence Week Committee for hosting such a beautiful celebration, and especially to Dr. Nida Blancas Hernais. Thank you. It's an honor to stand here before you today. My parents came to Chicago from Mexico. I was born in this country, but I went into first grade speaking only Spanish because of the family community that I had, and I grew up very connected to both the United States and my home country of Mexico. It's an honor in this role to be able to celebrate with so many immigrant and refugee communities from across the city. And they are always joyful because we know that our communities bring so much to the city and to this country and to our communities. So today, as we celebrate the 127th anniversary of Philippine Independence, it is a reminder of the impact that the Filipino people have had not only in your home country, but here in our country and in our city. And we are grateful for all of that you have contributed to the life of our city here. This remembrance also reminds us of the bravery, the resilience, and the spirit of the Filipino people. That story of sacrifice and the pursuit of freedom are values that we uphold and must uphold in this country every day. Today, we want to recognize and celebrate all that you have brought, and from everything from food and culture, music that is very obvious, but also in the professional fields of healthcare and education, entrepreneurship, the arts, business. We know that Filipinos play an integral role in building strong neighborhoods and communities and in making our city a global city. Your commitment to family, to faith, your deep sense of community, and the joy that you share with your neighbors and with our city really makes a difference. In this time that we are seeing misinformation, fear, and some attacks on our immigrant communities, I want to be very clear about where our administration stands. We know that immigrants belong here. You belong in this city, you belong in this country, you belong in our past, our present, and our future. We belong in this city. And as Deputy Mayor, I just want to express one more thank you to your community. I want to invite you to connect with my office for immigrant, migrant, and refugee rights. We have information there, a new website that we partnered with the state of Illinois and others. It's called IllinoisInformationinfo.org. And there's so many good resources there that we hope you will go visit and share with others. So once again, thank you for having me here, and happy Independence Day. Thank you.
Thank you. And now may I call Board of Trustees, Doctor of PIWC, Dr. Ed Hernais, to introduce our guest speaker.
Mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Sa Ilocano na imbag nga malamyo po. I was so lucky to introduce this beautiful and young, vibrant consul of ours. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct honor and privilege to introduce our Consul General, Attorney Melanie Rita Diaño. Indeed, she is a distinguished post in Chicago in January 21, 2025. Bringing with her an impressive diplomatic career spanning multiple continents and decades of dedicated service to the Filipino people. Her extensive experience, indeed, in the Philippine Foreign Service includes key assignments at Philippine Consulate General in Sydney, Australia, and Vancouver, Canada. Under her leadership, the Philippine Consulate General in Chicago continues its vital mission of serving Filipino communities across the Midwest and providing consular services throughout its extensive jurisdiction. Since taking office, Consul General Diaño has been actively engaging with Philippine American organizations, educational institutions, and diplomatic partners to strengthen the bonds between the Philippines and the United States. As we commemorate the 12th anniversary of Philippine Independence, we are privileged to have our Consul General lead us in this momentous celebration. So please, join me in welcoming our Consul General as she delivers her remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Ed, for that very nice introduction. Dr. Nida Blancas Hernaez, Overall Chairperson and President of PIWC 2025, PIWC 2025 Committee Chairs and Board of Trustees, Deputy Mayor Beatriz Ponce de Leon, thank you very much for that very kind message for the Filipino community. Leaders and members of the different Filipino community organizations here in the U.S. Midwest, esteemed guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Good afternoon. It is my great honor to be here today as we celebrate the anniversary of Philippine Independence here in downtown Chicago, the heart of U.S. Midwest. I would like to acknowledge the efforts of PIWC led by its overall chairperson and president, Dr. Nida Blancas Hernaez, for successfully organizing today's event. Indeed, it is heartwarming to see our Filipino community come together to remember a defining moment in our history. Exactly 127 years ago, our forebears, with their unrelenting love for country, determination, and hope, declared independence and raised our flag for the first time as a free nation. Today, that same spirit lives on each of us. The bayanihan spirit that brings our communities together, the determination that drives each one of us to build better lives while preserving our rich culture, and the courage to contribute to our communities while proudly maintaining our Filipino identity. You are the embodiment of what our forebears dreamed of, a free, thriving, and resilient Filipino people. Whether in the Philippines or in communities across the globe, you embody the excellence that define our people. You have carried the best of the Philippines across oceans and planted them firmly in the soil of Chicago and countless communities throughout the U.S. Midwest. We thank you for your many remarkable contributions to this country and your continued love and fidelity for our own. We thank you for keeping the Filipino spirit alive here in America. We thank you for your service to both our homeland and your adopted country. And we thank you for providing every single day that the independence of our forefathers fought for was worth every sacrifice. As we honor the past, it is also fitting that we look forward to the future with hope and purpose. This year's theme of Kalayaan, Kinabukasan, Kasaysayan, or Freedom, Future, History, defines our path forward. Our kasaysayan reminds us of who we are. Our kalayaan empowers us to become who we can be. And our kinabukasan challenges us to leave an indelible mark in this world. So as we take on our roles as guardians of our history, champions of our freedom, and architects of our future, let us continue to work together, support one another, and ensure that no Filipino stands alone. Let us continue the work of nation building that our forebears began. Once again, thank you very much to PIWC for successfully staging today's important event, and to all the Filipino community organizations present today for participating and celebrating with us. I ask you all to continue building bridges between generations, between cultures, and between the Philippines and the United States. Your work creates the foundation upon which our future will be built. Mga kababayan, this is the start. Next year, as we celebrate the 128th anniversary of Philippine Independence and the 80th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the Philippines and the United States, we would like to have a bigger event next year with more Filipino community organizations participating all over the U.S. Midwest. See you all next year. Maraming salamat po and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
And you can go this way. Thank you for that inspirational message from Consul General Attorney Melania Rita. Now we will begin our entertainment, and we will begin with dancers from the Filipino American Seniors Association of Chicago, and it's called Pai Pai de Manila. Thank you. From the Filipino American Senior Association, Coordinator Ella Basilio. Now we have our second dance from Filipino American Association of Michiana, South Bend, Indiana. President Jackie Toledo Dulin, and they're performing Salakot.
Ang balat mo'y huwag ibilad kung mainit. Kailangan mo'y salakot na pambukid. Kung masungit ang panahon, parang payong din yan. Maiilagan mo ang ulan at araw. Ang balat mo'y huwag ibilad kung mainit. Kailangan mo'y salakot na pambukid. Kung masungit ang panahon, parang payong din yan. Maiilagan mo ang ulan at araw. Huwag mo nang paiitimin ang balat na talusaling. Pag-ingatan ang alindog, ang gangday sa diyang kairupok. Kung kulimlim ang panahon, salakot ay dalhin at gay panangga sa init man at hangin. Huwag mo nang paiitimin ang balat na talusaling. Pag-ingatan ang alindog, ang gangday sa diyang kairupok. Kung kulimlim ang panahon, salakot ay dalhin at yay panangga sa init man at hangin. Huwag mo nang paiitimin ang balat na talusaling. Pag-ingatan ang alindog, ang gangday sa diyang kairupok. Kung kulimlim ang panahon, salakot ay dalhin at yay panangga sa init man at hangin. Huwag mo nang paiitimin ang balat na talusaling. Pag-ingatan ang alindog, ang gangday sa diyang kairupok. Kung kulimlim ang panahon, salakot ay dalhin at yay panangga sa init man at hangin.
Thank you. Next is from BBAC. It's an organization that promotes the importance of understanding and preserving the Filipino Igorot culture heritage. We are here for their Igorot dance. Thank you, Edith and Levy. Thank you again, Edith, Levy. And now get ready for our traditional different ethnic costumes. And they're from Barangay Club of Indiana, led by Cecilia Ramirez, Mrs. Chicago. Okay.
Dalaga ay parang rosas, umabango pag namumukad ka. Habang hinahagkan ng araw, lalong gumaganda ang kulay. At ang umingiting talulot, nilalapitan ng mga bubuyog. Ang mutyang iyong nililiyag ay tulad din pala ng rosas. Kahit na umulat kumidlat, kay ganda rin ang rosas. Lalong sumasariwa sa tubig ng paglina. Ngunit pag binagyo't inunos ang rosas ng pag-irog, sawi ang pagsulong, nilanta ng paglimot. Kahit na umulat kumidlat, kay ganda rin ng rosas. Lalong sumasariwa sa tubig ng paglina. Ngunit pag binagyo't inunos ang rosas ng pag-irog, sawi ang pagsulong, nilanta ng paglimot.
How about a round of applause for the Barangay Club of Indiana?
At ang umingiting talulot.
Now we will begin our most awaited fashion show, Filipiniana. They'll be showing you traditional and modern gowns. We start with Ann Tiaño, Mrs. Illinois 2021. Mrs. Chicago, 2023. And next we have Desiree Sanlai, Mrs. Chicago, 2024. Next, we have Luella Rose, singer, performer, Sama Sama Project. Next, we have Nanette Miranda, Mrs. Chicago, 2004. Now we have Miss Teen Chicago 2025, Krisa Liawan. Next we have Miss Teen Philippines, Angelica Besa. Now we have Mrs. Chicago 2025, Alma Palompon. Now we have Miss Carmel Mercado, Miss Philippine Independence. Philippines 2025, Kailani Ilagan. Now we have Mrs. Philippines 2024 Quest, Mrs. Philippines Marilyn McLean. Mrs. Philippines Independence 2025, Lailani Bernardo. Mel Toledo, Mrs. Chicago 2017. Now we have Jet Grueso, Mrs. Philippines, (2010). Okay, let me call our Mrs. Philippines 2025, Maria Shakutano. Oh, I will go up with after me then.
like to call on the committee chair and the co-chair for this event, Miss Brenda Stevens and Miss Mercy Matusek. Let's all give them a warm applause. Thank you. Now presenting to you our overall chairperson for Philippine Independence Week Committee 2025, escorted by the very handsome Dr. Ed Hernaez, our very own Dr. Nida Blancas Hernaez. Let's all give her a warm applause. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our Filipiniana fashion show, showcasing the different attires from our native country and different tribal costumes. Thank you so much.
And thank you to Marites, my co-chair. Right now, we'll have our closing remarks by our chairperson-elect 2026, Raynel Espiritu. At this point, I'll ask our overall chair to do the closing remarks.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming, and I would like to invite everyone to join the parade. And let's give a big round of applause to our chair and co-chairs, to the fashion show, the performers. Thank you, and to all of you, thank you, and see you again in 2026. So let's go for the parade, okay? We'll do this. Thank you.